Yeah, good morning, Internet. Thank you very much for visiting zeecom.co.ls. The idea today is to show you the great things that we have. One of which is to be able to access your WordPress site without having to go into the control panel, and you can do this simply from Zeecom Technologies. So let's get on to it. Yeah, so the first thing we do obviously is to go to Zeecom Technologies website, www.zeecom.co.ls. So this is our website. As soon as you get here, you can see a couple of many items that we have, but the place we are going to is the client area. So we can get that from the hosting store. We can go to we can just click hosting store, and it will take you to our store. Our store, the address, the URL for our store is my.zecom.co.ls, as you see it here, my.zecom.co.ls. But as soon as you get here, well, this time you're not buying anything, you're not registering anything whatsoever. You want to go directly. You already have your services. If you don't have your services, just go here to hosting packages and buy your hosting package with us, so that we can start helping you with stuff. So what we do is we go directly to the client area. The client area is at the top corner here, top right corner, client area. You click on it, and then you will see your login page. Your login page uh, has an email address, password, and this is what you use. By the way, with this is what you use that you created when you first registered your services to Zeecom Technologies. There's the email address, there's the password, um, and you should remember those. But in case you forget those, remember you can still forget password. Click on forget password, and you can reset your password. You need to remember, however, that you need to remember your security question that the system asked you to put, so that in case you need to reset your password, you can put in your security question, and it will send you to your email address. The quickest way I always do is to sign in with your Google account. So when you sign in with your Google account, for those who have joined in with their Google accounts, just click on Google account, and you can use your Gmail account. And when you do that directly, in this case, my account, komala@gmail.com, is what I have used to sign into my client area. And I will go directly into the client area. Now, when you're inside the client area, let's focus on a few things. The first one is services. Services, remember, whenever you have a website hosted with us, you have the hosting package, which houses your website and your emails, and you also have your domains. Your domains are separate because these are two separate services. They run separately. One may be dependent on the other, but you may have a domain with us and not have hosting with us. But you can also have hosting with us and not have a domain with us. So that's why these two run separately. Sometimes a client can buy a domain today to reserve it and buy its hosting a few months down the line. That means those two renew at two different times. So this is the reason why these two have to run separately. And then if you do have any support tickets that you have opened with us, certainly that's what you'll see them under tickets. If you have invoices as well, especially unpaid invoices or pending invoices, you'll see them under invoices. However, you'll still see your invoices here either way, whether they are old invoices, paid invoices, and so on. One other thing I would like to bring to your attention is that whenever we have an issue that we need to report to you, we always include it here. Whenever you see this notification here, just remember that it's because we have something that you may need to be aware of. Let's just click learn more so that you see. I left that deliberately. In here, you can see sometimes the client calls and says, "Hey, your servers are down." Servers are never down, but other issues that may probably impact your service. Sometimes it may be your internet connectivity and all that stuff. We have listed all our servers here, and whenever you see those, whenever you see those, these are those that are relevant to your hosting packages. So we have listed about one, two, three, four, five, six, seven of our servers here that may be relevant to you. And whenever you see all their services running well, HTTP, FTP, POP, and when POP is running, IMAP is running as well, and all that stuff. Then certainly you know that your server is still running perfectly well. All you need to know which server you are in. We usually supply this information when you buy a server with us. We tell you which server you're on. If you're on Berea, you're on Berea. If you're on Abu, you're on Abu. If you're on Leribe, you're on Leribe, Maseru, and so on and so on. So all these servers are still running. Sometimes we have an issue that may be impacting support or other services. Like for instance, we had a gala dinner last week, and we closed offices at 1 that day. So we had to tell clients that, we are closed from 1, so that in case they're looking for support and they may not have it. Things like rebooting a server. When we did, we told them, and the server that was affected was Berea. So whenever you see that notification here that there might be a service um, issue somehow, please just always go into it. Let's go back to our portal, our home portal, so that we go back. Yeah, now where we were going was in services, because we want to access our WordPress site without the use of a password and without the use of cPanel, without actually even going into the cPanel itself. So it's a great tool which I thought you'd be interested to know. You may have one service. I have a list of those I have labeled here. Let me just go into one so that we see alongside every service you have with us, there is manage. So you click on manage here. I'll go into complier.com just to show you the example of what I'm talking about. So when you've gone into manage, you are then presented with this page that has your details for that particular plan or for that particular service. In this case, it's a bronze hosting plan for this .com website. So we're not managing domain, we're not visiting the website. We want to scroll down to WordPress Manager. This WordPress Manager is what is going to help us. This is a magical script that can help us do so many things. If you have your WordPress website inside your hosting package, you will see it listed here. Sometimes it may be that um, you don't see it here because you did not install it the way you would naturally do when you go inside our cPanel. Maybe you imported this website into our hosting package from another instance, from another server, and so on. So you may need to import it by coming remote import, and then you look for it in the remote server or in this server. Actually, you'll look for it in this server, and you will do auto detect all installations, and it will appear here, and then you just add it to you'll just add it back to the list of those. Okay, so let's just go back to home. Sorry. Yeah, so I've actually scanned it twice. That's why I actually have two of them listed here, but that doesn't really matter because they're the same. If I want to log into the back end of my WordPress, then I can just log in here. It will take you directly there. It will just open another tab and log you directly into the back end of your website. This is the back end of my website. So let me just close that up because it's not our concern. What I want you to see is that you can actually do more than logging in to the back end of a website. When you click on this arrow here, you will then have an opportunity to manage your plugins. That's amazing, isn't it? Uh, Sometimes you have plugins that you want to renew, I mean, that you want to update, because when you have plugins that are outdated, it's not good for your website. So you want to click this here to update this plugin, anti-spam Akismet plugin that you have a Cloudflare plugin, maybe you want to update, you have a duplicate page. You actually see all those plugins that are outdated, and you can actually just click on those and you can delete them. Sometimes you have a conflicting plugin that makes your website not load. So you can delete it here. You can actually even put it off if you want. If you just click here, you are putting this off from your website without the need to go into the website. And sometimes this website does not load for reasons that are known to it. But you can actually even install new plugin. Just upload plugin here, drag and drop, or select the plugin that you want to pick and add manually. uh, you can add it by looking for it. Maybe you are looking for SEO plugins inside WordPress, and then it will list you all those, and you can install them. This is a great tool, good people. The reason why it may be necessary to actually not go into your WordPress website, or maybe let me start here. Keeping a lot of passwords is a problem. Look, you run a lot of services, you want to keep up, and because you can't just keep writing them everywhere, and I advise you not to. Um, it's better if you have just one entry point, and you can then have a conduit that can lead you to all other services that you have. And in this case, you have probably have a couple of websites, and you don't have to keep their passwords all the time, to be able to log into each one of them. So this is a great tool because you'll then have them listed here under your services, and you'll be able to log into any one of them without the use of a password. And that's how powerful our client area has become. You're able to manage. And by the way, you can also even manage your your email accounts from right here. If you click here, takes you directly to the control panel. If you want, you can also log into the cPanel. Just at the top here under Actions, you can log into the cPanel. So there's no need. I know when you create a web service, when you create a hosting plan with us, you get a new account information email that gives you your passwords, that gives you all that stuff. I mean, it's important that you keep a copy of them, but so that maybe when you have a web developer that is remote and you want to share with them your details for logging into the back end of your website or the cPanel whatsoever, you can then be able to forward them those. But you don't need them, because if you're able to access your client area, then you can log into the cPanel securely without the need of a password. And this keeps your control panel. You can generate a huge, long, uncrackable website, and that you don't even know, that you don't even keep somewhere. This is another way of securing your control panel and making sure that you don't expose your passwords and all that stuff to people. So this is a great tool that I really, really hope you enjoy using. You can also manage your backups from right here. You can just make sure that you manage your backups. You can delete those, add more, all that kind of stuff. You can also control the settings of your WordPress instance from right here from our control panel. So there is no need to go to the control panel, to the cPanel, in order to be able to install WordPress and all that stuff. In case you bought a new WordPress, a hosting package, and you want to install WordPress, um, You don't have to go to the control panel. The same way you would go to the C panel and install those, you can install them from right here. You'll still do the very, very same thing. So this is a great tool. I thought it's wise to share with you that could solve so many of your problems. This is a great tool, I promise you. And remember, this is the kind of stuff you're only going to be able to get from Zeecom Technologies. No any other place here in Lesotho. We are the biggest hosts of websites, and we offer great support, guys. And please remember to give us thumbs up so that people know that you don't have to go outside of the country to be able to get this kind of services that are monitored, that are supported, and you can have a peace of mind while you have your website running and your emails are deliverable without no problem whatsoever. Thank you very much. Remember to like this page, our page, and share it as well. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Ciao.